Well, we'll start with new topic, fresh topic, which is nothing but the forms, angular forms, right? So there are two types of the forms in the Angular, which is nothing but the data-driven forms and the template-driven forms. Data-driven forms and the template-driven forms. Can you see template-driven forms? They have written over here, and below you will find reactive forms or the data-driven forms, right? Reactive forms or data-driven forms. So in the template driven forms, everything need to be written in the template. What I'm saying, in the template driven forms, everything will go inside the template. See what they are saying? Forms, right, are very much needed for the business applications, right? So here you will find detailed document which I have referred to learn it and implement it in my projects, right? Here is the detailed document on the forms. You may see this. Okay, now I have already created one component, right? Here I have already created one component which is the forms. So forms would be having one inner, what you can say, component. In this I have created one another component which is the template component, this, and which is having some little bit forms setup that you are doing, right, over the years. So this you are doing over the years. So you are creating bootstrap forms that would be having inputs, right, everything. So here is that your usual bootstrap form. This can be another as per your need, right? But this is a very simple bootstrap form setup you will be getting on the internet. Just search for simple sign up form in the bootstrap, right? You would be getting many things related to this. So I have this form in front of me. So I have get it from the internet, from one of the websites which will give you ready-made forms like this. So this form will look like this. See, username, this is legend, this is for, right, username, text, label, this, and the password, and one register button is over here, right? And we have what? Register button over here. Now observe carefully. If you can observe carefully, right, here you will get that this is a form, but here you will not find action and the method. That is not there. Action and method is not there, right? So it is like submitting the form via DOM, right? Via DOM also you can submit the form, right? So you can listen for the submit event and you can do this thing. Whenever in the template driven forms, whenever Angular will detect the form tab, whenever Angular will detect the form tag, right, in that case it is going to attach inbuilt, right, it is going to attach one object which is nothing but the ng form, right, which is going to attach one object to it which is nothing but the ng form. So what I'll do over here, I can say I would be creating my form over here, my form. Here I have created one local reference to this form which is nothing but the my form, right, equals to, I'm going to assign, right, value of ng form to it, ng form to it. Whenever Angular detects the form, what I'm saying, see carefully, whenever Angular detects the form tag, it allocates one ng form object to it, and I'm referring to that object over here. That object you are assigning to the local reference my form, right? And here is your submit button. Here is your submit button. In that case, right, whenever you are going to click on the submit button, right, what is going to happen? One event, see, ng submit, is going to be fired that you need to capture by means of event binding, right? By means of what? Event binding. So ng submit is the event. So in the template component, you can write one method on submit, right, on submit. This method would be getting called whenever you are going to submit the form. Here I will write which method? On submit, like this. So one thing is sure, that whenever you are going to submit the form, this function is going to be called, and to check that I'll have log. I will have log here, right? So here you can say yes, it is called. Not correct grammar, but that's fine. Yes, it is called. Right, now go to your this and the console, right, just click on the button, right? Yes, it is called. So this function is getting called automatically. This function is getting called automatically, right? This is a template driven, right? This is that HTML, and this is the component. So what did we learn in this tutorial? So we have learned how to create the form, right? So we have created one form component over here, then we have created some inner components over here, right? We have set up some bootstrap form over here, right? Bootstrap fields are here, and we have given some Angular specific things like this over here, this, and to the submit button, right? You just made the type of button is what? Submit. Type of button is submit. And what did you do? You have assigned one local reference to the form tag, and you have assigned value of this ng form to the local reference, and you have created one event binding on the ng submit. This thing we have achieved in this tutorial. So in the next tutorial, we'll see how to submit the form, right? We'll see how to submit the form.